A peek from the cam girl's point of view. Hi, my name is Luke Vu, PhD, clinical psychologist, mental health expert, helping young men overcome digital addiction, depression, and anxiety. In our last video, we discussed why you fall for cam girls. In this video, we're going to exercise some empathy and look from the cam girl's point of view. Quick disclaimer, I'm not your psych, this isn't treatment, and if you need a psych, you should find a registered, qualified psych in your area. We spent the last videos discussing how and why one might become addicted to cam girls. But for now, let's pause and think about the webcam performer's needs and priorities. First, online sex work is hard work. Beyond dealing with the significant social stigma related to the profession, there are potentially long-term consequences of this career path. Webcam performers are human too. They have ups and downs in motivation and mood, just like anyone working a job. Only those who have mastered their craft, work habits, and understand their clients become successful. Here are 5 things from a cam girl's perspective that might help you rethink your habit and relationship. They're probably not as hypersexual as you think. Guys like the idea of a hypersexual partner, one that is always ready and willing to engage in sexual activity. But the reality is that there are many times your cam girl is putting an act on, even if she isn't in the mood. In fact, that's a gigantic part of the job. Having the mental fortitude to switch and act as if she's in the mood is a prerequisite. There are days where she doesn't want to perform, but she does so because it's her profession. What you might think is a mutually exciting experience for you is likely fake or exaggerated. This extends further. There are many times where she'll have to pretend she's turned on by a disclosure or a request that she might personally find extremely uncomfortable or even disapprove of the act. There are days that she might be self-conscious about her self-image and days where she's just grinding through just like a regular job. It's likely that a large proportion of your memories of mutual sexual excitement is her performing as a part of her profession. It's a business. She's focused on the financial aspect of the service. Webcam performers are paid by their patrons, and there'll be days when it's quiet and days when it's busy. There is always a constant background concern of trying to market, innovate your services, and attract or retain more customers. Ultimately, she's trying to pay the rent, the bills, and generate a profit. A familiar username and high spending patterns alleviates that financial burden. If you stop spending money, she'll be focused on how to make money from you again or to focus on others that are spending money. It's an honest transaction. She provides entertainment for a fee, and she doesn't really want to waste time on non-paying customers. You aren't the only one. She has to have many clients to be profitable. The math has to make sense. If she's performing as a primary income, she needs to have several big ticket clients in order for her to webcam full time. Every big client has to feel special, attended to, and be willing to collectively fund her needs and way of life. She'll need to have an audience of hundreds to thousands, and only a small fraction of them will be larger tippers. She'll also have an attrition rate of large tippers that needs to be replenished. She would also need to work hard to retain or reactivate her clients. This might mean initiating contact, activating alerts or notifications, sometimes even guilt tripping. The reality is a major part of her job is to manage and fit into multiple online relationships. She's taking notes and figuring out how she can manage you amongst her other clients. She has to deal with a lot of negative interactions. Webcam performers have to deal with a lot of abusive clients as well, from body shaming, price haggling, insults, verbal abuse, and disapproval. For example, threats of violence or aggression if they don't comply with a request, or being insulted for having unattractive features. From their perspective, you're a customer that has the potential to turn into a negative interaction, and they're prepared to cut ties with you in order to protect their own safety and enterprise. In addition, webcam performers will often receive sexual requests that are often outside their comfort zone, and they'll have to manage boundaries with their clients. Safety is always a concern. She's always on her guard. Her profession puts her at a risk of being discovered, scammed, blackmailed, outed, harassed, and stalked. An experienced webcam performer would have seen her fair share of scams. Think of all the payments that bounce after a performance. Think of her biggest clients that may have felt like they paid enough for her loyalty and are trying to get her real name. Think of the emotionally manipulative customers that might threaten self-harm. She's also mentally preparing to be outed or discovered with the potential of blackmail. She's also having to manage the cover story and the narrative among many clients. You can see how different reality is from a patron's fantasy, that they're hypersexual and carefree as if on a romantic date that is completely focused on you and your dynamic. The stark reality is that she's a professional working in a job that has unique and extreme risks and benefits. She's working hard at providing personal and intimate sexual entertainment for a living. Her occupation is to be the fantasy of many, not just yours. Keeping that in mind might help you think twice the next time you log on. I hope you found this useful. I'm Luke Vu. Be kind, be you. Catch you next time.